Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Gary, and the project we worked on this year is called ChaChing. Our mission is to create the most effective and useful budgeting app catered to the user's specific financial goals. So, whether I downloaded the app or your friend downloaded the app could behave in two different formulas. So, for me, my end goal is to pay off debt. So I would answer specific questions and it would simplify the whole process for me. It would make it cater to me, and the whole goal is to pay off debt. While my friend here, his goal is to buy a wedding ring for his soon to be fiance, and he would be able to set a specific time frame, how much money he wanted to save, and he was able to adjust everything to his lifestyle. That's what the most important thing we wanted for ChaChing. We wanted it to be catered to each specific person. So moving on to our primary research, we interviewed about 46 individuals with the average age of 23 years old. Between all of the people we interviewed, it came out to them having an average of 4 monthly reoccurring expenses. And we think this is pretty important because reoccurring expenses, it's very important to fit that in your budget. Because no matter what, these will be charged, like this coronavirus thing is going on. Whether you're making money or you're not, you know that these expenses are going to be coming up no matter what. Out of that, out of the 46 people we interviewed, about 75% of the survey does not currently have a budgeting app. Or a budget established at all. They questioned our end goals, like what did we want to get out of the whole thing, this and that. But for us, it was specific to each individual. We just want each customer ended up agreeing that they would use it as long as it was very simple and easy to use, and that's pretty important to us. Like we said, we just wanted to answer, we would set it up to after the customer downloaded it, they would answer a few questions and it would be specific to them. So moving on, our primary and secondary target audiences through the demographics, our range of people we wanted to target was between the age of 18 to 30 years old, mainly college students and people after completing college and in their masters. So we knew that for millennials, a big problem is debt. A lot of people have debt and a lot of people do not know how to manage their money. You really don't learn about money in school. Even in high school, the government, teachers, I asked one of my professors before, why don't we ever learn about money in school? And they always said that it's something that the federal government does not let us talk about. So I found that pretty interesting, to get out of college and really not know what money is and how to budget money and how to utilize money and all this stuff. So we just thought it'd be important to have an app establish all of this stuff. So moving on, we thought that Americans would make up a majority of our demographics. Usually we were looking at single individuals because we wanted to establish a budget for them. So before they were to find a spouse, because then it's easy for them to put everything together if single men or women already have it established. And then our primary audience were individuals making upwards of $60,000 a year. And our reasoning behind this is because we thought that would be the most ideal income for kids getting right out of college, between $50,000 and $60,000. If they have a boatload of debt and they're making $50,000, $60,000 a year and they don't know how to manage their money, then they could be looking at this debt for a longer than expected time. However, if they establish themselves, they create a budget, they stick to that budget, and they set an end goal, they want to pay $50,000 off in 2 years, then that's very possible, Otherwise, if they don't have a goal, then they don't know where the finish line's at. Another important thing is for business users. We wanted to make an app specific for business business owners, excuse me. We wanted to make an app for business owners as well because we thought that business owners would be they would need to use a budgeting app. They would need an accountant, and this app would basically act as an accountant for them. When they downloaded the app and they pay, say for the Business Plus, the ChaChing Plus, which is specific for business customers, it would keep track of invoices. It would keep track of money coming in, money coming out. It could even file their taxes at the end of the year for them if they were very consistent with uploading information, or if they just had their card connected to the app. It would allocate all of their expenditures, and it would create a bar graph or a pie chart, however they wanted to set it up, to see where each of the money was going to. For secondary target audiences, we aimed for older age of people between 31 to 60 years old. And the reason being is because usually when you get a little bit older, you don't necessarily have as much college debt or as much debt. You might have your mortgage and stuff like that. But as you get older, you've made more money in your life. Hopefully you've used it for the right. And then usually those people have other uses for that app. They just want to see how much money they're making, how much money they're spending, this and that, as opposed to paying down a specific amount of debt. And then the income for this is usually, our secondary is for people making above $60,000 a year, and for employees as well. We thought that this was our secondary target audience. And our whole goal with this app is really to help simplify finances for people. Money is a language, math is a language, and it does not have to be hard. People do not have to shy away from their finances. I just found it personally, keeping track of my money since the beginning of the year and since all of 2019, I was able to create an Excel spreadsheet listing all money coming in, all money coming out, and all money that I've saved during that time. And it really has helped me out tremendously. It's actually increased the income I've been making. I've noticed I did not change my spending patterns for the first 2 months, and I was able to see where I spent all my money at. And then after that, I was able to make sacrifices and eliminate stuff. This in turn helped me save more money, and this in turn helped me invest more money. And as a result, I was able to grow my net worth and really pay down college tuition offhand, not have to worry about any college debt, stuff like that. So I just really wanted to share this information, and we just thought this would be a very important app that people can utilize. And what I really think separates us from the competition, is that I really want our app to be centered around each individual person. I want 3, 4, 5 different people to have this app downloaded on their phones from the App Store or Google Play Store, and it'd be completely different to each individual person because they were able to customize the app. One person pay off debt, another person keep track of finances, another person, save up for a vacation, save up for a new car, save up stuff like that. And we can even by savings, we could have the automatic withdrawal from a checking account or a savings account that you have with your bank. We could have automatic withdrawals coming out. So at the end of each week or each month, you could have $30 come out immediately. Or for how I do it, I have $100 every single week come out straight out my checking account into a separate account. And by the end of the year, this is $5,200. By the end of 2 years, this is over $10,000. By the end of 4 years, you have saved over $20,000. And it really does not affect your lifestyle at all. It might be an extra day of work. It might be an extra day of not going out to the bar or something like that. Just a little sacrifice. And in turn, over time, it's really going to pay off, and it's going to set you up for a great future. And that's all we wanted to do. We just wanted to help the young, help the people that are a little bit ignorant to finance, and create a path early, because we really don't want you to start late. We want you to get a head start. We want you to start tomorrow. Thank you very much.